Franklyn, Ajaye, The Impressions, Mayfield, Rankin, Rare Earth, Ike and Tina Turner's Review, and your host for this morning, Helen, Reddy.
Welcome to the Midnight Special anniversary show. You know, it's just 1 year ago that I hosted the first Midnight Special, and it's a pleasure to be back helping to kick off the show's second year. Now, some of the people who were on the first show are back to help me celebrate, like Mayfield. And that's not all. We also have Rare Earth. And the Impressions. And also Kenny Rankin. So I think we got a good show for.
How are you? Listen, I was here.
Exactly.
Let's do it together. Now go on. Ho! Beautiful. I was here a year ago when you started.
Right.
I walked out, surprised you that night.
Yes,
I had to come back.
Just did it again, too.
So pleased to see the great success of this program. I watch it very frequently, and I am very pleased. I've been on it about 3 times now, becoming a kind of a regular. And I can't stay because I got the Clydesdales double parked. Oh. But listen, I wanted you just to get the feeling of, you know, the fact that I'm with you all the time.
Okay.
And don't be nervous. Introduce your first guest. I'll just stay right here.
Okay. My first guest this morning were my first guests.
So cute when you see her close up.
You're so tall. My first guests this morning were my first guests a year ago, and by the way, they're going to be your hosts next week. So, what better way to celebrate an anniversary than with the sensational Ike and Tina Turner's Review? Here's another group that made their presence felt when I introduced them a year ago. Since then, I know they've made numerous appearances on the Midnight Special. That's because they're a great band and a sellout wherever they appear. Let's welcome back Rare Earth.
I do, and I do what I like. What I do, hey, I play the funky music. Hey, I said I like what I do, y'all, and I do what I like. What I do, tell you, I play the funky music. I gotta say, some of my friends, y'all, smoke a little. Yeah, I'm just saying that. Some of my friends sniff a little. Hey, hey, different strokes for different folks. But me, playing funky music all night long, hey, that's what turns me on. Wow! And all you sophisticated folks, we get it on every night and night. Don't look for no fancy club with a flashy neon sign. Hey, I must warn you, there'll be a whole lot of folks now drinking and sweating, y'all. Some cursing, and the folks in the back doing some bad. Big John is my name. Playing funky music is my claim to fame. From the big city, oh, me and my band specialize in the nitty-gritty. Big John is my name. Playing funky music is my claim to fame. From the big city, oh, me and my band specialize in the nitty-gritty. Won't you chick on down, all right? Oh, yeah. Take it down, down. Take it well down, down, down. Well, I played my music in every honky-tonk joint from Maine to Mexico. Some old folks ain't got no shoes, stinking like all outdoors. I got invited to the White House, but I had to turn it down. Cause me and my band, we can't stand what you did about the putting down. Wow! I might not ever make a big time. Yeah, yeah. The honky-tonk joint, that's my style. Hey, ain't a one-ball got it through, y'all. Where the women get 50% brand new. Big John is my name. Playing funky music is my claim to fame. From the big city, oh, me and my band specialize in the nitty-gritty. Big John is my name. Playing funky music is my claim to fame. From the big city, oh, me and my band specialize in the nitty-gritty.
know, an awful lot has happened to Curtis Mayfield in 1973. He was an Academy Award nominee for Superfly, and then he wasn't. And he also had a string of other hit records and albums, and he's going to be hosting the Midnight Special for you very soon. It's a pleasure, once again, to introduce the very talented Curtis Mayfield.
So good to me since then. Everything I saw seemed so color bright. There was never such things to me as black and white. Just the idea of living, letting things come like me. Yes, ma'am, to the ladies, everything seemed quite okay. Remember when we were part of that precious few? Everything it seemed was so pure and true. I guess I was just too young to understand the unsolved scars of death and war and wrongs of man. Only child. Only child. Only child. Only child. Only child again. Child again, I'd never want to venture life like this again. People of the world hurling sticks and stones. I'd be so afraid someone come up and break my bones. Only child. If I were only a child again and had the ability to understand, I speak for all the children of their date of birth and ask the grown-ups, when will there be peace on earth? Grown-ups, when will there be peace on earth? Brothers, when will there be peace on earth? Only child. Only child. Only child. Only child again. Hey. 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 Only child. Only child. Only child. Thank you.
Kenny Rankin is a unique talent. As a writer, he's written some very fine songs, one of which I recorded called Peaceful. And as a talent, his sound and style is a refreshing change of pace. Kenny was on the first show, and he's back to help me celebrate this morning. How about a very big midnight special welcome for my dear friend, Kenny Rankin.
This is a song that I used to sing in the stairwell of the Rio pool room with Johnny, Ronnie, Julio, and Freddie. And it was written by Franklyn when he was 12 and a half years old, all by himself.
1, 2.
Lovers await the break of day. Why do they fall in love? Why does the rain fall from above? Why do fools fall in love? Why do they fall in love? Love is a losing game. Love can't you see? For that fool is me. Tell me why. Tell me why. Can you tell me why? Does a fool fall in love? Why does my heart skip a crazy beat? For I know it will reach defeat. Tell me why. Can you tell me why? Hey, tell me why does a fool fall in love? Why does it take a fool to fall in love? Does it take a fool to fall in love? Tell me why does the rain fall from above? Why do fools fall in love? Why do they fall in love? In love, in love, in love.
nice. We're going to have more of the Midnight Special Anniversary Show after a reminder that next week, as we begin our second year, dear, your host will be Ike and Tina Turner's Review. Yes, gracious. Thank you very much. And joining Ike and Tina will be David Essex, Jose Feliciano, Flash Cadillac and the Continental Kids, Todd Rundgren, Mandrill, the Electric Light Orchestra. So you be sure to be with us now, won't you, please? Okay. After station identification, we're gonna be back with more from Helen Reddy.
Let the midnight special shine and tell another light on me.
When the Impressions were on our first show, we had kind of a reunion because it marked the first time in quite a while that Curtis had sang with them, and even I got into the act. But it's nice to have Leroy, Sam, and Fred back again. Would you please welcome the fabulous Impressions?
People coming from miles around. They stand in line for miles around. They come to hear the story of a simple little man. Take part in his blessing for peace throughout the land. Oh, preacher man, try and help us understand, yeah. Preacher man, oh preacher man, show the way now if you can, yeah. Listen to preacher man. He breaks it down in words of rhyme. The meaning though is ours to find. Where he's coming from, see what's on his mind. What it's really all about is that we're all one kind. Oh, preacher man, try and help us understand, yeah. Each and every time, simple little line, want it all, here's God, that we're all one kind. Preacher man, stand in line, touch his hand. Time we'll all find out what he's talking about. Preacher man, oh yeah. And from his word we'll understand what is coming down. Time will surely come around when peace and love are found. Oh, preacher man, try and help us understand, yeah. Preacher man, oh, preacher man, show the way now if you can. Preacher man, try and help us understand. Oh, preacher man, oh, preacher man, if you can. Oh, won't you try to understand? You know, preacher man. Hey, yeah.
Yes, Tina.
You're starting to get next to me.
Well, honey, that was the plan from the very beginning.
Darling,
Uh-huh.
I never thought that this could be.
Well, what you mean?
I tell you, your lips set my soul on fire, and you fulfill my every desire. Oh, darling, I think it's gonna work out fine. I wanna tell you something now, Ike.
Uh-huh.
I've been to see the preacher man.
That's been going on a long time. What else is new?
I started
Started what?
to making some wedding plans.
Are you gonna marry the preacher? Remember what?
When they used to call you Dapper Dan.
Yes, honey, I was a killer in those days.
A thriller.
Mm-mm.
Every woman's loving man.
That's me.
That you, oh yeah. A whole lot of girls used to be your speed. Let me tell you, I turn up. I'm all you need. So God, I think it's gonna work out fine. I keep my child. I can feel it's gonna work out. I want you to know it's gonna work out fine. It's got to work. I know it's gonna work out fine. It's got to work. I know it's gonna work out.
I want to thank Peter and the guys for dropping by to help us celebrate the anniversary show. And once again, please, Rare Earth.
There's nothing you can do, girl. There's nothing you can say. You're talking to the sky, babe. I just got to get away. Got to hear the wind song singing in my ear. I got to get it on, girl, 'cause I'll never make it here, no, no. Because the wind was my mother, the highway is my brother. I was born to wander, and it's time for moving on. I was born to wander. You turn around, said I'll be gone, gone, gone. Said I'll be gone, gone. But I'm just following the heart, girl, and it's following the sun. Looking for an answer, I know it may never come, but I gotta chase my dream, girl, like see it. I got to find a rainbow, 'cause it's waiting there for me, yes, sir. And the wind was my mother, the highway is my brother. I was born to wander, and it's time for moving on. I was born to wander, and turn around, said I'll be gone, gone. I'm gonna be gone, gone, yeah. Oh, yeah. All right. Gonna move. Sometimes, my friends, don't you feel like you were born to wander on? Ever since I was a little bitty baby boy, I knew I was born to wander on. Yes, sir. Wander on, wander on, wander on. Said I was born to wander. Sometimes gotta move on now. Said born to wander. Oh yeah, yeah. Said I was born to wander. Born to wander. I'm gonna find an answer. There's nothing you can do, girl. Not a thing you can say. I'm gonna wander. It's gonna be this way now. Wander on, wander on, wander on, wander on. Turn around and I'll be gone. Gonna wander on. I got to find a brand new town. Gonna wander on. Well, I was born. I was born. I said I was born to wander on.
Weren't they fantastic? You know, we had a comic on the first show. Was our good friend George Carlin. Unfortunately, George can't be here this morning. It seems he couldn't find any gas for his car. So, in order to have a comic, we first had to find one that was funny, and secondly, one who owned a bicycle. So here's a young man that I first saw on the Flip Wilson show, and he's really terrific. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Franklyn Ajaye.
Can you hear me? Yeah. What's happening? Yeah, that's right. Thanks, man. I watch a whole bunch of television, you know, and television shows crack me up. A lot of them, like Marcus Welby's the Hitler of medicine, if you notice. Like, really, every night he starts off, you know, he's real understanding and patient for 45 minutes. Then at 11:15, he lays the law down to some poor little handicapped chick on the show. Always comes up to her, Judah, stop crying, stop pitying yourself. Sure you have no arms and no legs and only half a head. You gotta get yourself an education, girl, and make the best of it. I have a doctor, a friend of mine up in Denver who runs a school for the bazaar, and I think I can get you in there. Robert Young used to play on Father Knows Best, right? Used to come home, hi, princess, hi, kitten, you know. Like he was living in the zoo, you did. And the way he would punish his kids used to trip me out. You see, because it wasn't real. He'd say, Bud, come in here, Bud. Yes, Father? Your mother told me that you raped both her and Kathy. What is it? That's no dessert for you this week, you know? All those shows, man. Leave It to Beaver, you know? Who would name their kid Beaver? Think about that. Absurd. Absurd. Watch this show today, The Rifleman, right? Stars Chuck Connors. Chuck Connors plays this man, Lucas McCain, and he works his little son, Mark, like a dog. He does, you know. Mark always comes up to him, can I go into town, Pa? Have you milked all the cows west of the Mississippi? No, Pa. Well, you know the answer then. But this boy loves him, man, because he always helps him kill, you see? Because he's always throwing him the rifle. Like the cat to have a drop on McCain. All right, McCain, I'm going to blow your behind away this time. The boy throws him rifle. Here, Pa. McCain grabs the rifle, rolls to the right 3 times, and comes up shooting. Pow, pow, pow. If I was a bad dude, I'd just shoot to the right and let his behind roll into it. I would, man. I always shoot him 3 times. Gee, Pa, I know it was self-defense, but you blew him into Texas. That's it. Now, see, The Rifleman was your traditional Western. Your transcendental Western is Kung Fu, right? A man, Caine, see, because it's really big nowadays. See, Caine starts off every episode preaching love and peace and happiness, but by 9:30, man, he's ripped up half the town. That dude, you know, really peaceful. You know, he always comes into town quiet. Let me have a sarsaparilla. You know? 2 cats down there, real scruffy, half-shaven, right? Say, Jed, let's go mess with this stranger. Come on, man. Hey there, stranger. How you get to be tall and Chinese at the same time? Huh? Yeah, how you get to be like that? Who are you two? Oh, we're the town jackasses. We mess with everybody. Watch this. Hey, engine, pow, pow, pow. You know, it's beautiful. Late at night, I watch a whole bunch of movies. All your movies from Japan have monsters in them, see? You know, why is it after 5,000 years, the first thing a monster says when he wakes up is, I've got to get to Japan. You know? Taxi, you know. Must be hell getting, you know, like life insurance in Japan or home insurance. You imagine a commercial come on. Hello, my name is Hoshiro Yokosaki. I rushed home one day to find my house in flames and a 1,000-foot reptile walking away, going, burn, baby, burn. I was ruined, but I called my Oriental Farm insurance agent, and he was Johnny on the spot. He gave me 2 bottles of sake and enough typing paper to rebuild my home. You imagine a widow trying to collect on her husband's policy, be in office. Tell me once again, Mrs. Okachaba, how did your husband Hideo die? Oh, well, he was bitten in half by Godzilla. That is most unfortunate, because as I see by your policy, he was only covered for Rodin in The Giant Behemoth. I love Errol Flynn movies, boy. Errol Flynn was clean, Jack, boy. He was suave, played Don Juan. And in Don Juan, there was this really evil cat, hated Don Juan, you know, named the Duke de Lorca, see? And he loved this chick, the Maid Marian, but he couldn't get nowhere with her, because she was strung out behind Errol Flynn, see? And before they had their sword fight, they talked bad to one another. De Lorca said, Don Juan, I saw you last night up in the Maid Marian's boudoir, and I am very, very angry. You should have joined me, De Lorca. I had a wonderful time. Don Juan, that is not funny. You shall answer for your insolence. You shall feel the tip of my sword. De Lorca, you jive chump. You jive chump, you ain't nothing. Come on if you so bad. Don Juan, you talk like a nigga. No, you get it. Yeah, I'm from Spanish Harlem, you know, whatever. Beautiful, man. They don't make movies like that anymore. They never did. Yeah. A lot of black films out nowadays, you know, which I really can't relate to since I'm not a pimp or a vampire, but I do my best. Get down, Jungle Boogie. Yeah, like Shaft. Shaft used to kill me when I used to go watch Shaft. This cat had, you know, like they had the song, he's a complicated man, but no one understands him but his woman. That's a lie. How can the dude be complicated when he's only got two moods, angry and more belligerent? Right, you know what I mean? You know, it was a trip. Black audiences are more vocal than white audiences, I noticed. You know, they talk back to you, see what I mean? They do, you can't slip nothing by. You know, you say something like, know what I mean? The cat say, no, I don't know what you mean, man. Break it down to me, man, because I pay my money to understand everything. Shoot. It's a trip. You know, I was in New York as a comedian. That's where I started, like I said. It's, the thing about New York, which I like, is that you can buy a lot of stuff on the street that you normally can't get, you know, because cats come up to you. Say, man, you want to buy 1973 Mercedes-Benz, man? It's parked around the corner. It's got AM, FM radio, bucket seats, air conditioning. I'll let you have it for $40. Thank you and good night.
This next song is for any woman in the audience who may just be fed up with the way her man's been treating her. Well, I don't want your string of pearls, your fancy, fancy grills. I don't want your mansion, baby, no, that don't give me no thrill. What I want is loving, come and give it if you can. I'm tired of losing out, you know, I'm gonna make my stand.
The Midnight Special Anniversary Show continues, dear, with Helen Reddy, Ike and Tina Turner's Review, and Kenny Rankin. After this little reminder from the old Wolfman, if someone tells you that the price of cleaning up the air is too expensive, you tell them that you know, because it already has cost you to the nose and the eyes and the throat. Let the midnight special shine a table of a light on me.
I've ordered some rain for tomorrow. The sky will be sunny but wet. And out of nowhere you're suddenly there. And I say, yeah, pardon me, haven't we met? I've ordered some sunshine with showers. And I've got my scenery set right there with a thump. Our umbrella's gonna bump. And I say, yeah, yeah, pardon me, haven't we met? to get my hands on a little romance when two hearts collide. And I know that's just how it happened. But when Romeo met Juliet, somewhere I read that old Romeo said, pardon me, haven't we met? And I know that's just how it happened when Romeo met Juliet. Somewhere I read that old Romeo said, pardon me. But he said, pardon me. He said, pardon me. Haven't we met?
I think there's a certain common experience for all of us that happens at some time or other in our lives, and I'm talking about going back home after a long absence. I don't care if you've been away at school or in the army or overseas or where you've been. Going home again is truly a trip in the full sense of the word. You find yourself going through all kinds of apprehensions and anxieties. You think things like, oh, wow, I've gone through so many changes. How are people going to react to me now? And how am I going to react to all of them? And these kind of things keep going through your mind. And, of course, the big day does finally come, and you get back home again. And you remember why you left. Anyway, I said it was a common experience, didn't I? This is a song about the anxieties of a trip back home again, written by a young Los Angeles songwriter called Paul Parrish. The song is called Time.
Knowing I know the way better this time, move on by, turning my days, turning my nights, and when I go home, my heart like a stone, will they call me
Thank you. Before we say goodbye, I would like to thank everyone for helping me celebrate this anniversary show. So, thank you, Curtis Mayfield. Ike and Tina Turner. And Kenny Rankin. And the Impressions. And Franklyn Ajaye. And Rare Earth. And let's not forget Wolfman Jack. And don't forget, next week, your host will be Ike and Tina Turner's Review.